Well, let's put it this way. There's only an expense if they choose to commit sexual assault.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by move.freestateproject.org. I'm standing here with Dan Itse of Epping, or is it Fremont?
Fremont. I live in Fremont. I represent the two.
And you're here today. You're well known for making bills that sort of tweak the Fed's nose. And you've got one today that's getting a fair amount of attention that make it illegal to do a lot of what the TSA agents are planning to do.
That is correct, or what they are doing. They're planning to do DNA swabs now, and I'm not. Yeah, that hit the news this morning, and this doesn't cover that. However, what this bill does is make what I would call sexual aggressions into a sexual assault unless there is a warrant for search. So you can't have unwarranted search. Now they would have to be the expedient type, like you pull somebody over because they're speeding. That's a presumed warrant. But at the same time, it specifically says that having a ticket to travel, being in a federal building or in an airport, and a couple other things are not in and of themselves grounds for search.
Have you been contacted in any way or gotten any resistance from authorities regarding this?
Nobody said boo to me.
So maybe they're just hoping it'll go away.
I'm sure they hope it's going to go away, and I hope they'll stay within the bounds of the Constitution.
Well, right now New Hampshire doesn't have the porno scanners yet, though, correct?
I believe not. I've flown out of there several times and have not had an issue with them. I did fly out of Chicago earlier last month, and I did have to make the choice of a scanner or a pat-down. I chose a pat-down. It's
takes more of their time.
Well, a pat-down is like a one-night stand, but pictures can be forever.
Yeah. Channel 7 from Boston is here to talk about the TSA bill.
For the one-night stand, pictures can be forever. What's the probability of my seeing that particular guy ever again? I'm in favor of it because I believe that that you have to have cause for search. There's a recognition of privacy that the government has to have a warrant for search.
Touch me without
New England Cable News is here too.
telling me if that's the way we should behave in civil society.
And how do you feel about
They're also here for TSA thing.
I think that the security should rely on me.
Don't you believe it would be easier for you to get something bad on a plane if you weren't searched carefully?
I teach in a college, and I taught in a large lecture room, much like a lecture room in Illinois, that was shot up by a person. And the teacher died in that event. We don't search all my students that come into a large lecture room, but then I do.
Apparently the story has also made the Drudge Report today above the fold.
With contraband items.
But you say the people going through the scanners are doing, would be searched technically without warrant. Someone looking nervously, maybe doesn't like to fly, suddenly getting searched.
Well, but at least there is a reason to look at them, not just randomness. Remember, any person that you're searching randomly means that you're not paying attention to all the other people with the same scrutiny.
For what I will call the TSA Abuse Prevention Bill.
You need a copy of the amendment?
Well, she doesn't know about it. It's, the phone number is 566-2000.
I do also have...
Is there any way that, this is going to have a fiscal note that's going to probably have a possible increase in expenditures. Is there any way that this could have been done where it just removes something from the feds that we're already giving them? Punish them in some other way that's not as expensive to taxpayers?
I hadn't thought of any, but I'm hoping that, well, let's put it this way. There's only an expense if they choose to commit sexual assault.
Yeah, have a deterrent effect.
Yeah, I mean, I've had fiscal notes like that on some of my bills that, yes, there's a fiscal note if we have to prosecute lawbreakers, but isn't that our job?
Well, I'm not sure I support any taxpayer expenditures even for that, but
well, I
do
know,
support
but
fixing the problem, and at least this draws attention to it.
In general, isn't the purpose of government to punish
They
wrong?
want to see.
Well, give them that and they'll do everything else. But all right, thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
I don't know how to phrase it.
As well in that area.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You mentioned metal detectors as being a suitable, or it doesn't have to do anything to do with that. You know, if the guy is showing signs.
Are you a Free Stater who has moved to New Hampshire? If so, please make sure you've informed the Free State Project. Make sure you count on our Made the Move counter. That counter on our website needs to keep rising. That can only happen if you officially let us know you're here. Help us counter the skeptics who say it can't be done. Show the world you've already done it. Email moved@freestateproject.org. Moved@freestateproject.org. Moved@freestateproject.org.